at all times.
Today.
Here we are. Now we're all right. We're back, and we're here to talk about the season finale of Chucky.
Yay! This is our last Chucky minisode, but like it is not the last episode forever, obviously, because Chucky got renewed for season 2. So we're renewed also, even though we're less famous.
Right. Yes. And today we're joined by Jazz from Girl That's Scary and Bobby from Bobby Likes It Spooky.
Yay!
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
How's?
So
Thanks for
excited.
the invite, y'all.
Always.
It's open for y'all guys. It's just an open invitation. Pop on in.
Like we be live tweeting at the same time anyway, so it's like, do we all want to just talk about this in the same room, like the same virtual room?
Look, I've been waiting to talk to y'all about this, and my schedule just never lined up. But I made sure my schedule lined up today for y'all because I wanted to talk about this. So I made sure that I got out of work early enough to talk about this with you guys because I was ready.
We appreciate that.
So there's so much to talk about. So let's just get on into episode 8, An Affair to Dismember. So our first discussion topics. Number 1, do we think Kyle is really dead?
No.
For me. Go ahead, Jay.
I knew that Devin was alive because I was like, there's no way. And I thought Andy was going to die because he was like down in the basement. But like, I don't know about Kyle. I hope not.
See, okay. So the only reason I think that they might not be dead is because that killing was real unceremonious. Like y'all just gonna blow them up off screen. Like you brought them back from 1990 and you was gonna do all that. Like you ain't even need to bring Kyle back from 1990 and you just gonna blow her the fuck up. Like that's rude.
Right.
Let her rest. Don't do all this and then be like.
As is rule in horror, if you don't see a dead body, they're probably not dead.
Right.
And even when you do, does it really matter?
What? It's Chucky. It doesn't matter.
We've killed how many Chuckies? Like
this season. How many have we killed this season alone?
Tommy, Charlie, all them.
50-11.
50-11.
All right. Yes.
But I know she's not dead, especially at the very end. Like, because at first I was confused, but I watched it a second time, and when Devin and Jake and what's her name, Lexi, were all at the cemetery, you see somebody with a black glove watching them, I guess. But I was like, if that was Kyle, why wouldn't they just show her? Because we already know, like, we know who she is. So why they kind of keeping it hidden? So a lot of people saying that I think it's her. Because, like Jazz said, it's ceremonious. Like, why would you bring somebody back, like a legacy character, and then just blow them up? You know what I mean? It was nothing. So hopefully, she's not really dead. So
my only question is why. Well, 2 questions is why wasn't she with Andy at the truck? Because she knows there's a bunch of Chuckies. She poisoned some kids, so she drugged some kids, so she can like go fight these Chuckies. Now she's like, oh no. I'm a wrist, but here's my glove.
Well, I mean, I will say, as was if those of you that have been following along with us, my one issue with the last episode was when Andy left Kyle at the gas station. So Andy's clearly not about the teamwork for the dream work. Because if he had let her in on the plan, it would have never happened in the first place.
They ain't got no plan. They fighting demonic dolls. What? What is that plan?
Okay, so Sharai did the math for us. Chucky has had 21 kills this season.
Chucky did the math in his recap.
Okay. So Sharai cheated and listened to Chucky. 21 kills this season. What were your favorites?
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, the pushing when he pushed old boy mom out the window. It's the for me. Ooh,
yes.
Oh, bitch, I'm so sorry. Ooh, look at her fall. That's so wow. I can't believe she's falling. Like what? Charles, you're out of control, bro. I thought that one was really great because it just was like, come on, you ain't even have to do all this. That was unnecessary.
Right.
And then I feel like the movie theater was a good time because he was giving us straight up, look, I came to cause chaos. Okay.
Mhm.
That is like he just stabbing motherfuckers under the seat, don't give a damn. Just chopping people Achilles tendon and shit. I'm like, now Chucky, Charles, stop. But don't stop because I am having a great time.
I
Right.
love you.
Yes.
Yes, as a gay man, I was very traumatized by the stabbing of the
anus.
They all got stabbed up their anus and died.
My favorite thing is Amanda came home last night right when it was happening, and I was giggling. She's like, "What's happening on Chucky?" I'm like, "He stabbed people in the asses," and she like peeped in and was like, and she just left. She's like, "There's no way I'm gonna get caught up on whatever's happening with the stabbing in the asses. I'm just gonna leave." Look.
Yes. Bobby, what's
Yes.
your favorites?
Jazz said them both. Those two, they were great. Especially when I think it was Brie that got pushed out the window.
Mhm.
Everything that Jazz said, just that whole moment, it was just my mouth was even open. Even my boyfriend's mouth was open, and he's not even into horror, but he's been watching this, and literally his mouth was open on that scene. So I'm just like, yeah, that was a real deep one. And then, like Jazz said as well, just Chucky stabbing people in their asses in the theater. It was a great time, and he was having a good time doing it. He was just laughing and just kept going. It was just amazing.
He
It
can
was-
crawl
Get my
real
life.
quick.
Yeah.
And he's really good at crawling because he's down there already. Like,
yeah.
also, the kids they have play him, I don't even like kids, but the one that runs up to like Jennifer Tilly, they try to pull outtake, and they're like, wave your arms, like, and like, you bastards. But no, I feel like this season was like how we went up ourselves all season because it opens with us electrocuting Jake's dad, and you're like, how you gonna top this? And they're like, let's behead the principal, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, Bree's go through the window. I'm like, well, now you're done. And they're like, you're
Yeah.
right, but like, let's watch him like beat his dad to death with Chucky,
That's
and then
my
we'll stuff people in
favorite.
the asses.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Is Junior beating his dad with a Chucky doll, and Chucky just like woo.
Right.
And this is the kind of water cooler talk I'm about.
Yeah.
Sharai, did you have
Yeah,
any other
it's
favorites
great.
that we haven't listed?
Oh my god! All of them. Every time he killed somebody, I cackled. Aside from like the dishwasher, I was like, "That's creative," but like,
Yeah.
it pales in comparison to being stabbed in the ass. She got off easy.
Oh, and yes, the principal getting beheaded while off with their heads in Kensal Row, like
Iconic,
it was,
yeah.
it just
It was
eyes
great.
blinking afterward.
In front of an
It was so
audience.
good.
Like the heads rolling from under the curtain, like, God damn, we in a meeting. Hold on.
the curtains go away and the body's just in this like throne. And I was like, Chucky, you know your theatrics, my dude. You know your theatrics.
Mm-hmm.
And even Detective Evans' death, because she went down the stairs very.
Oh, yeah.
Death becomes her.
Whole head turn.
Yeah, bent neck lady just down there.
Not the bent nut lady.
Ooh,
God.
there's some good kills for sure. They got a lot to live up to in season 2.
I
Oh,
don't know.
yes.
The pressure.
I'm sure they're gonna find a way to top it though, because
Oh.
like Sharai was saying, you don't think after each kill how they gonna top this one, how they gonna top this one, and they keep doing it. So I feel like in season 2 they're just gonna go in.
One thing about Chucky is the good sis knows how to get in a creative kill. They've had, you go through the series, big ass fans, of course, a gun or two, being hit with hot ass plastic, having air inflate you and blow your ass up, like all kinds of wild, like, hey, Jamie, all kinds of like wild stuff. So I'm just like bubble baths with Frankenstein, or Bride of Frankenstein. Just, I feel like because now there's a bunch of Chuckies, they're not going to get rid of all those Chuckies. They're about to tag team.
No.
They're about to take a person, they're about to swing them and throw them like into a pit somewhere. Dance around the body. We're going to be having a great time.
Yeah. I did expect that. I thought that all was going to happen on this episode just because how the last one ended with all the Chuckies. I was like, oh shit, this season finale is going to be lit with all these Chuckies causing havoc. But that quite obviously that didn't happen. But I'm looking forward to them all coming back in the second season and potentially wreaking havoc.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, some of them were out. That wasn't just one Chucky. That was like because
Oh,
there
yeah.
was the
There's a
Chucky
couple.
behind the screen with Junior
Mhm.
and Lexi. There was 2 or 3 in the audience stabbing people in the butt, and then
I
there
don't
was
think the one in the audience.
I thought there was. I don't know. I got to rewatch.
No,
Yeah, I
he
think it was one in the audience.
He just moved fast. He stabbed like
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm underestimating how fast Chucky is on the ground.
Like all bad kids, he's done so much that you're like, there has to be more than I think there is.
Right.
Literally Michael Keaton is for him. He just
Yes. All right. Well, let's get to some more of our thoughts about this episode. Jazz or Bobby, did you have any other thoughts?
I really enjoyed the end of the season wrap up. I thought it was so cute when it pulled up and Charles was in the chair with his hands crossed, talking about some. Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm like, who the fuck is supposed to be Mr. Rogers or some shit? He was talking to your ass like a fireside chat, and I was like, I like this a whole lot.
Yes.
I also really like that they did not kill my dog Devin because I would have been real upset about that. Like if they would have killed him, I would have been like, no, I'm not watching season 2. Fuck y'all. Y'all broke my heart. I'm not dealing with you bitches no more. I like that you see Tiffany pop up, not dog Tiffany. She's like Tiffany the doll, not Tiffany the person. She put up with the gun like bitch. I was mad she didn't have a cigarette in her mouth. Walked up like, where you think you going, bitch? You stole these dolls, but you're gonna take them where the fuck I tell you to. Now, bitch, eyes on the road. Let's go. I was like, I love me some Tiff. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany MVP for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I also just loved it because like Andy and Tiffany had never met, even though like after Andy left, it became Tiffany's world, and I was like,
mm-hmm.
And I still love the play between Chucky and Tiffany that we've gotten in all of the films since Bride of Chucky. And I just because there's this give and take, this push and pull. They love and hate each other. It's so fun to watch.
They caught in a bad romance. What I appreciated was that like all these flashbacks were building to us finding out that Tiffany snitched on Charles Lee Ray, which started it all.
Time. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know that little gif of the dude turn around like,
yes.
And I feel like, is that from The Wire? I feel like it's he's just like, bitch, like he's in a Mr. Krabs filter. When they did the flashback and he left the house and here she goes, detective, hey, so I got a tip. I was like, not her being an ox. Oh my God. Bitch, not you laying up with him and then calling the feds on him. Now, did he need to be stopped? Mm-hmm. Yes. But also, bitch, you need to be stopped too. What the fuck? Like you're doing.
She had enough of his shit.
She's like, how dare you kill without me? If you go kill without me, you can't kill nobody.
Yeah. I also love that she picks and chooses her Chuckies. Like she loves Nika. She loves Nika. She doesn't love Nika Chucky, but she loves Chucky the doll. Like it's so fun. Tiffany's great.
She got real jealous. Oh, what were you gonna say, Bobby? Yeah. What were you gonna say, Bobby?
No, I was gonna say, I agree with all of y'all. Y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, cool. I was saying that I agree with all of you. Particularly when Tiffany came back. I lived for that moment. I was not expecting her to bust through that window with the gun and just hold fucking Andy up. That was just amazing. Also the mention of Glenda. Like I was hoping to see Glenda, but at least Tiffany showed them some love and said, hey, Glenda got this for me. Isn't this pretty or something? So I was like, oh snap, I can't wait to see Glenda because they at least mentioned them. So hopefully we see Glenda in season 2. Yeah, and also Devin. Devin, I love so much. Like Jess was saying, he's one of my favorites. Honestly, I prefer him over what's his name? The main character.
Jake.
Yeah. I mean, I like Jake, but I like Devin a lot more. He's just more chill. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah, it's something I don't know. So I'm happy that he survived as well. And just the banter between Chucky and Tiffany is like it's like going back to Bride of Chucky all over again. Them, in love with each other, and then they're arguing, and then it's just a repeated cycle.
Trying to kill each other.
Yeah, try to kill each other.
Tiffany cutting off Chucky's head was a total mood. And then when she said, mic drop.
No, I live for the part where she was cursing out Chucky. And she said, fuck you, Chucky. Hey, Chucky.
I love that moment for me, everything in the basement with Chucky, Nika Chucky, Tiffany, and like Junior and Devin being like, what the hell have we walked in on? Because like Devin was like, I'm in danger, but also,
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
I love that. I love the fact the whole tone is giving Bride of Chucky. And Bride of Chucky it's not my favorite out of the series, but it's like number 2 or 3 out of a series of like 8 movies. Okay, so it's in the top half. And that's only because I really, really enjoy the second movie out of all of them for some reason.
Me too, Jazz.
It's just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
But Bride is up there, and
the
rewatchability is so great. Like the little when they throw like, oh, we're gonna watch these movies, like horror movies, all the nods to horror, all the funny things, the personality, like Trent was saying, and this is the same Tiffany when she was doing the little jank and was like, "This is what a crock," and throwing the fucking book because it didn't work. Pocket in the lighter and going, "Ooh," like that's the same bitch. I'm like, are you still baking cookies? What is happening? Girl, okay. And I really enjoy following these characters as they do stuff because as I talk about, like, I will watch Chucky go to the mall because he's gonna kill somebody and stuff him in the dressing room. We don't know why. He's gonna be like, he's a fucking jerk, stab his ass. And I'm like, not baby though. Now we're not savages.
Like he's like the Joker. He is just like chaos incarnate. He doing shit to be doing shit. He's like
so one of the things that really like popped out to me this final episode was just how like Don Mancini is so smart. Like every little thing is so intentional. Every choice he makes is so specific. And it just hit me today. It's like using a quote unquote army of good guys. It rang to like, an army of like nice guys fighting against most of the other most of like the victims cast besides Andy are marginalized people, like queer, people of color, women. And I was like, that's really so interesting. And then at one point in this episode, Chucky literally said it always comes back to how to be a man. And I was like, it's such an interesting theme that's running rampant throughout the whole series. But like, he really made it. Don Mancini really put a good stamp on it with this season finale.
Oh yes, 100%. I was a little worried when we got the show announced. I'm just like, all right, they can like make or break this. It can go really bad and mess up everything, or it can just go really, really good. And I'm just so happy that it went really, really good. But I should have known too, because Don Mancini, this is his baby, this is his creation, so he know what he's doing. So after that first episode, obviously I was hooked, and I said, all right, I'm in for the ride, and let's go. And I made the show priority over everything.
Listen, I'm not even awake anymore at 9 p.m., but I was awake for Chucky. What?
Well, and I think it has to do with keeping that creative team together, keeping Don at the helm, keeping Jennifer Tilly and all the cast that's returning and putting the new people, having those core people that understand the assignment is what made it so successful, along with other things, of course.
Hey, sorry. Hey, Eric. While I'm trying to talk to people before I post the comment. While we have y'all here, and we did talk about Glinda, how do y'all feel about this rumor on the Twitter sphere that Glinda is the biology teacher, and we didn't know it was them all along?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going around.
It's a rumor.
It could be because remember, I feel like at the end of C, Jennifer had got them bodies. Got them bodies. So I don't remember which body was which, but they got a body and they in that bitch and they got great taste. I know they're wearing outfits. I know they're dressing. But I'm like, maybe it is them.
Like, I didn't think so, but also we did not address that biology teacher's history because they mentioned that they have a juvenile record.
It's still a mystery.
Like, you know, Glinda would.
And they were there at the funeral, not the funeral, but the graveyard cemetery.
Driving the kids around.
Yeah, I was just like, why the teacher? Like, I mean, I'm sure there's other teachers there, and I mean, we see her in the beginning, but like, they showed her a lot, and I'm just like, something's up. So now that makes a lot of sense. I would live for that actually.
It'd be fun. I don't know if I believe it yet, but it would be fun. And like, there's something else with that teacher because again, why are you dropping off these tidbits and arresting her if you're gonna follow through with something in season 2?
Yeah, I think Don had an inkling that there was going to be a season 2 because there were a lot of things that they brushed at that were never answered or like brought up again, and I was like, yeah, that's one of them for sure. Like if it's not Glinda, then there's something else. And like the teacher seemed oddly connected to the kids that were being attacked by Chucky.
Right.
I don't know.
The only thing that won't sit well with me is that like that biology teacher had no sort of like reaction to the Chucky doll in class when they put in the cabinet. That's the one piece of evidence where I'm just like, I don't.
You know,
now y'all got me thinking. Damn.
Right. But yeah, I would like to see what happens with that teacher. Also, is that teacher like a caregiver now that like Jake and Devin have no parents?
Yeah, are she like going to take care of them now?
Yeah.
Because y'all, not to go far off, but I really wanted Lexi mama to get it. Like, I preferred the dad to stay over the mom. She was horrible. And I know like Lexi redeemed herself a lot and she became likable. I mean, even if she got it this episode, I wouldn't have mind. But I wanted the mom to go. She needed to go.
Agreed.
You go first.
So I just feel like Lexi was the way she was because her mom was a dickhead. So she was a dickhead in the making. And then Chucky pulled her fucking card and scared, like on Scared Straight where they be scared of the kids. I feel like Chucky was like, bitch, you better shut your ass up. I'm gonna kill you, bitch. And she was like, oh my God, I'm shook. So she got scared straight at a young age. So she's like, girl, I'm not trying to live like that no more. What I did was wrong. Right. And I got my ass beat by a doll that's fucking 2 feet tall. So I need to rethink what the other's going on with me. So she might be a changed motherfucker. Because she could have joined the dark side again. And she's like, no, I'm not doing that. Because Junior, but I already knew
he got corrupted so quick. And I understand because he lost his mom and he was, already mourning that. And then his relationship with his father wasn't the best either. So I can see how he was easily molded into becoming a killer, especially since his friends is not even around anymore. Like Lexi is with Jake and Devin, and then his other friend got killed at the party. So I can understand, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, Junior, I was rooting for you, man. Like I was hoping you kind of like flipped it over and kind of just, not feed into Chucky shit. But you got.
I mean, he kind of did at the end. He didn't kill Lexi. We stabbed Chucky. But I will say, like, I think that goes back to
Shari's face.
You keep not stabbing Lexi. I feel like we can stab her at least once for her to really be family.
Yeah, just once. She don't have to die. Just
okay. Jake got stabbed. Like, she should get a stabbing. Okay, she dressed up as that man's dad. Okay,
at least a cut.
The North remembers. No, I remember her dancing in her coveralls, and I was like, "Oh no, you'll get stabbed," and they let her go, and I'm like, "No." So she could get wounded a little bit because, like, again, Jake got stabbed, and he's average losing a family member every 2 episodes.
He got his Achilles heel, like Achilles tendon cut up. Like that's some fucked up shit. You're gonna be in something for a long time.
And she still bring up that he wanted to kill her. And I was like, what do you think was going to happen? You was the devil.
You deserved it, bitch. I still would kill your ass. You lucky I'm reconsidering, bitch. You're white.
Right.
But so going back to my like thought about the army of good guys and the, nice guys, it was kind of interesting to see that the one kid that was corrupted by Chucky was, all intents and purposes, the straight white cis man that was the nice guy at the beginning, that was trying to play nice with Lexi, but also play nice with Jake, and give to his, give into all of his fathers. That was what was easily corrupted. Was that?
Yeah.
It's always wants to look good on paper. It is.
Yep.
Listen.
Truly.
Yeah. No. So do we think that Logan and Lucas have a third brother, or do we think we're really done with Devon Sawa?
I think we're done with that character, but Don Mancini loves to bring back the same actor to play a different character.
Yeah.
You just see him as a gas station attendant, just minding his fucking business. He'll be at a grocery store, he's gonna be bagging shit up. He's just fucking around. Like, how many Devon Sawa characters do you have?
Right.
Like, if he rolls in, he's like, I'm Lawrence, the other brother, I will not be surprised.
Right.
I will not be upset. I mean, like, I'll look at Devon Sawa some more.
Soap opera time. Y'all know I love a soap opera.
Right.
I'm like, this is telenovela. Y'all introducing secret siblings.
Telemundo.
Telemundo be rocking, bro. Them telenovelas be.
Yo.
They be hitting.
Don't get me started.
Korean dramas. Hitting.
They know. They will throw a new wig on a bitch and send her right back out. Like, okay.
You got the same outfit on. You're like, did I just see you?
She's like, that wasn't me. That was my twin sister, Shirley. And it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, can we talk about? I know we've kind of talked about the scene, but like the moment in the scene in the basement when the Chucky dolls were trying to get like all the rules down, and they were like, "So, like, what entails a child?" And the Chucky doll we've been dealing with was like, "Okay, no one under the age of 5." And they're like, "But what about?"
What if they're twins? Twins are
What if they're
complicated.
twins?
And I was like, at school, I was like, I felt like my kids was attacking me. I felt PTSD. I'm like, that's exactly, you like, all right, guys, we're gonna do A, B, and C. That's the plan. They're gonna be like, well, what about A? Okay. Well, what if? And then it's just a line of what ifs, and it's never ending what ifs. Well, what if a zebra come in and then what the fuck? Where'd you get a zebra from? Where are you getting twin 5-year-olds from? Will you just make it shut up now, please? Just A, B, and C.
Right. Oh, and the twins moment after they said that, and they all look at each other and they're like, "Oh,
Right.
They're essentially all twins."
I love that they come out fresh out the box, ready to kill, not really knowing the full story, with great, perfect hair. Like, all of them are like feathered and ready.
Right.
They all got Dominican blowouts.
Yes, all of them.
Oh, I love it so much. Oh, this show is so good. So let's talk about the end with Nika. That poor girl. What did she do in a past life to deserve all this? She don't got no arms or legs.
Just take the twin of the week. Why don't you, Trent? Damn it.
What?
Maybe her ancestors were colonizers, and this is what you get.
Damn.
Can't argue that.
I mean, yeah. I feel like Fiona is living her best life. Like, where else as an actor are you gonna get to do all this weird shit?
Yeah. I really hope she gets nominated for something, because like her performance, and then I'm not talking like, I love Jennifer Tilly and her performance is so great and campy and fun, but like Fiona's performance where she plays her dad, she plays her dad in her own body, she plays, and in that one she has to do vocal choices too. Mm-hmm. Then she plays another character in the same body that has a disability, like incredible. Like, some of the best acting I've seen literally all year, film, television, put together.
Yeah, the way she flips it was very impressive. And I remember watching the scenes at the end of the show, like the behind the scenes stuff, and she was saying like how she made up a different voice for when she's when she is Nika but acting like Charles, she has like a little voice that she uses, and I was like, that's really, really dope. Like I wouldn't think of that. I would just try to instantly switch to my Charles voice, but she said no, like she got a particular voice for that when she's acting like Charles. So
no, give her her things.
Yes.
Yeah. It was I have no more actual notes. Are we good for tops and bottoms? Do y'all have stuff y'all want to like say while we're here in this episode?
I want to say that Nika really, I don't know what's gonna happen with baby girl next season, because now baby you didn't have no leg, like you had legs, you have filling in them, now they're gone. So even when Charles pop up, you are in the same position. Bitch, you better start doing them push-ups, like them little halfway, get that upper body strength. Look, then she better be crawling across the wall like Bilal. Start fucking that bitch up. She better learn how to throw a fucking punch. Like fuck that bitch up. But I really loved, I just like everything. The only things I don't like are the small voiceover type things sometimes. But most of the things I don't like are more to do with budget, because they just won't give Dom Mancini $20 million. And I just feel like just give him $20 million or $40. However, right, give him a blank check and let him have whatever the fuck he wants to have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I want to see them dress Tiffany in more luxurious things, because I feel like her, not that her outfits are mid. I'm not trying to be like that. I love me some Tiffany, but I just also feel as though if they had the budget, like Tiffany would wear designer. She would. She would have it off of a corpse. She would have, and she would have maxed out their
especially since she's in Jennifer Tilly's body. And Jennifer Tilly is a well-known actress, so you would think that she would dress really fabulously and like present herself in a certain way. I'm not saying that she isn't in the show, but it's not what I expected. So I agree with Jazz.
If I came to in Jennifer Tilly's body with Jennifer Tilly's credit cards, I live my best damn life. And you know, old girl would, because she would be new money as hell. She's like, from the trailer park to Jennifer Tilly's house.
Yes. All right, well, let's get into our tops and bottoms. One of my favorite parts of the series. So I'm going to start with our tops. So what was your favorite part of this episode? Jazz or Bobby, whoever wants to go first?
You can go first if you want to.
So favorite parts of this episode, the army of Chuckies and them raising their hand and asking questions, really hilarious. It's fucking funny. Andy riding away and then Tiffany popping up in the back like, bitch, where the fuck you think you going? Yeah, bitch. I don't know what you even thought. Jake literally squeezing the life. Like them eyes started bulging. And I said, oh, are we going like Greasy Strangler route? Like, where are we? What is happening here? Also, when Tiffany just get pissed and saw Chucky head off, she was like, bitch, you gonna stop talking to me like this, bitch, and saw the head, and I snitched on you, bitch. I'm the ops. I was like, wow. That was a lot. I mean, there's other ups, but those 4 hits, like, I was like, all in one episode. Okay.
Yes.
This was a charcuterie board of bops. I was like, Mr.
Yeah, usually when we do our tops and bottoms, I have to be like, oh, okay, well, Sharai put that one, so I got to think of another one. Because it's like getting pushed out the window, obviously a top. But then, like, so you got to think of, but this one, there's so many to choose from. And I was like, we're good.
It was almost 56 minutes of tops. Almost 56 minutes.
Bobby, what's your top?
I have a couple. One of them was when, I'm sorry. When one of them, I'm sorry, I just can't. One of them is when Chucky was telling his body, which is a reference to the first movie, because remember he was talking to when he was decapitated, his body was still moving, going after Devin, and he said something about kill the twink, and I was just like, child, Chucky called this boy Twink. How do Chucky know what a twink is? But okay.
Glenda taught him well.
Yes, exactly. They had me cracking up, and then when Tiffany was just going in what Jess was saying. She was going off on Chucky, and she was tired of his tiny dick, and Chucky gagged. Chucky was just like, right after that. It was just so many. I'm sorry. It was just so many moments in this show that just had me like dying. But obviously what I said too about Tiffany just bursting through the window. It's just so many tops. I really don't have any bottoms. I really don't. My only bottom is I wish that Lexi Mama got it. That's really it. That's it.
Sharai, what's your top?
I got so many tops too. The one I wrote down is Junior and Devin watching all this shit go down in the basement and reacting as all of us in that room. Because I would be like, oh, and then you see Junior go, oh, and I was like, don't copy me. What is They gave Junior a fun moment on his way out because I was like, let him go. Throw the whole boy away. He's not worth it. You gotta have fun.
Not throw the whole boy away.
I'm like, Jake's used to using family now. That's fine. He can leave. I also getting stabbed in the ass like that. We can never talk about that enough because he was just cackling as he did it, and I was laughing.
Hurt so bad. And like now I'm gonna have to look under the chairs every time I go anywhere. Don Mancini, you have given me a complex.
Yes. Imagine just minding your business watching the movie and you just get stabbed in the ass. That's horrible. Oh my god.
What am I supposed to tell God? Like, what am I supposed to say?
Right. You can't say anything.
Ow! Can you imagine? Because we all knew this was a bad idea, this movie, but we didn't know it was in this way. I don't think anybody saw this coming.
No.
We're like, people get murdered. There might be a stampede. The army check is going. We didn't see people getting stabbed in the ass. Nobody had on their bingo card, and if they said they did, they lying.
And when Mama ate blood flavored popcorn, I was like, oh, don't put that in your mouth. Oh,
I know.
She went back for seconds. First, she was like, oh no, that's off. And I was like, you think that was butter?
All the popcorn tastes like pennies, bitch. Stop eating.
Not pennies.
My other top is Caroline being like, I know shit's popping, but I want to finish this movie. Who's Frankenstein?
She wanted
I can't stand that little girl, but that was a mood. That was a mood. I can't stand her, but
with her dead dad sitting next to her, blood everywhere.
You can't stand Caroline.
The little girl bothers me. I mean, I understand, but it's just I want Chucky. It's just like, oh my god,
she's
stop,
annoying.
please.
She's evil.
Yeah.
She won me over when she was like, when Chucky's like, I'm gonna go kill your sister. You want to come along? She's like, I'm too sleepy. That's when I was like, I'm in her camp. That's a mood to be like, do what you gonna do, but leave me in my bed.
So my top for this episode, which I agree with everything that everyone has said as a top, but and I've been on this train for a while. Y'all know I love my cheese. But when Jake kills Chucky or grabs him after Chucky's like bad-mouthing Devin, and he's like, watch your mouth, that's my boyfriend. I was like, this is the first time we are seeing this happen in a horror franchise, main television or film, protagonist that is openly queer in a relationship and openly declaring like, that's my boyfriend. I was like, oh, I loved it so much.
Yeah, that was good. I love their relationship together. And it's not like your stereotypical, like, I guess, gay relationship too, because you didn't like at that moment you probably would expect them to like kiss or something, but he just gave his boyfriend a handshake and was like, thanks. That's all. You know what I mean? So I love that part as well.
This series made me happy that they cast age appropriately because it does not hit the same when it's 40-year-olds pretending to be 15-year-olds. And I'm just like, Jared Padalecki, who is this for? What?
You are too tall to be 12.
Right? Stop breathing at people, Jared. Stop breathing at people.
37. Get out in this locker. I'm calling the police.
Right? I am tired of seeing bitches as old as I am with like a backpack and a Pokemon keychain. Like, I'm a child.
Right. I'm like, you are short, not young, bitch. Let's stop. Stop it.
No. Put that Capri Sun down and get a job.
Whoa, the actor is at work. I am working, please.
But yeah, and like Bobby said too, like it was also more realistic in my opinion because like when Jake thinks Devin's dead because he knows the house blew up, and so he's in his room like clearly mourning for him. Devin shows up, he's alive. They have like a split second of like, oh, you're alive, kiss, and then they're back to business. And I was like, that's real because you got a killer doll after everybody. You get one moment. You can have one moment of like a little like, oh, I'm so happy you're alive. I thought you were dead. Here's a kiss. But then we got to go. We got business to take care of.
Yeah, bounce.
Okay, I know we talked a little bit about the bottoms. Does anyone have any other bottom moments? I know Sheray's got one.
I was sick of Chucky shit when Tiffany was sick of Chucky shit. Like they was ganging up on her, and I just really this bitch made you cookies. She'd have got your ass out here. She'd have got to set all this shit up for you, and you sitting here talking to this bitch who not even you for real. All these bitches just Horcruxes, just all these. Your soul is split up in all these fucking pieces, but you got to ride or die right here, and you talking cash shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. Chucky is disrespectful anyway. Okay. Yes. He's disrespectful. He be name calling all kinds of shit. But you don't have to talk to Tiffany like that. I don't fucking like that. I also feel like, well, that was the last episode, but I'd like that Junior came back around, but I also was just ready for him to be full villain. Honestly, because I mean, he didn't really go through that. That's a lot. He went through a lot, but everything he went through turned him into the villain. So there was nothing really left for him to go, oh no, I changed my mind. Versus Jake fighting against it.
He didn't go through anything that Jake didn't go through, and Jake went through more.
Yes, and Jake was like, no, I'm gonna turn my life around. I was like. And he didn't even kill nobody. I'm like, you killing people, you sitting up there watching them bag up bodies and shit, and you walking around. Like, I don't think you deserve this little turn at the end. I think you should have died a villain.
Mm-hmm. If your squad tell you there's a killer doll out there and you like, fuck y'all, and then the killer doll shows up and it's like, kill your friends.
Hello.
Hello, goodbye.
So, like, he quickly became my least favorite, which used to be Lexi, which is a whole lot. But the bottom for me, my bottom is Lexi and Junior's moment. It felt really long because I was like, are y'all gonna talk forever or can we kill one of y'all? I don't even care who no more. One of you got Dado.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chucky sat there that long and listened to that whole conversation. I'm surprised he didn't just say, fuck this, I'll do it myself. Bye, Lexi.
I think at the beginning, Chucky thought he could convince Lexi to be on his side too. So I think that's why he let it sit there for too long. But you're right, Sharai. Pacing wise, it just felt a little lengthy.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care enough to save either of them. Like, if you only have to go back to them, just like, what did they walk out and be like the other one did? And I won't ask questions. I would not be sitting here at night like, oh no, what did they say to each other?
Chucky was like, I feel like I'm gonna be sick. I was like, me too, bro. I'm about to be sick too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
My only real bottom, besides I do agree with what Sharai said, and I do wish the mom had gotten it as well. There's so many questions. I want more. Is season 2 happening next week? Is Don, where are you at? Where are we at in this process?
It's gonna be 2022, and I'm gonna be mad about it.
It better be the first Wednesday of 2022. Right. January, what day is that? January 3rd?
I'm like, New Year, new season. Where y'all in? You killed half your cast. That's less people to wrangle.
Sharai, tweet Don Mancini that.
I am. He gonna be like, who this weird name girl and why she in my shit? Like, I'm on Christmas break. And I'm like, oh, you taking a break? You ain't writing? He's like, aren't you not writing? I see you're supposed to be a writer in your bio, weird girl.
I'm reporting this account. Please, someone to help.
True. All right. Well, speaking of season 2, what are we looking forward to from a season 2 next year?
Ooh.
Murder. I hope I hope them Chuckies get on that plane anyway, and I hope the motherfuckers go across the country, and they all are aligned, and they talking to each other on the phone secretly, like, "Hey, bitch, where you at? I'm in Atlanta. We gonna link up. We gonna ride down the back of cars. We gonna meet up here. You know where that's at? Get a fucking back." And they cussing each other out. Steal somebody's fucking phone. Use GPS. You fucking jerk. Let's just come on, meet me at the IHOP and such, and we're gonna hop in this car, and they're just gonna they're just gonna get into bullshit, because for me, Child's Play movies, they don't need a plot. It's Charles Lee Ray and everybody with him. So him being on a murder spree is enough, and people trying to stop him is enough. That's all you need. This motherfucker could be in Chuck E. Cheese. He could be at Target. He could be anywhere trying to step somebody up and hide in the fucking owl or some shit. It does not matter to me. Honestly, see that motherfucker to carry out. I want to see it, actually.
Especially because he will stab anybody on sight. He don't need questions. He don't need comments. He's like, I see an ankle. I'm going in.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm looking forward to how they introduce Glinda, because they mentioned them and we've been waiting for them. And like Twitter is like, is this biology teacher? Because we want them back immediately.
Yes.
You brought back the whole family except for one person, and we're waiting.
Right.
Yeah. Isn't there Glenn too? Because they're
Did they
yeah,
split?
because
yeah,
I believe so. Because at the end of Seed and Chucky, there was Glenn, and Chucky gave him for his birthday like a limb or some shit, and then you had Glinda that was I guess an asshole towards the housekeeper or something. So yeah, it's two of them. It's Glenn and Glinda.
You're right. There were two kids now, and one of them was definitely peeing on themselves, like at the beginning of the jank. So, I mean, it could be two people. What if they link up? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I need it. Yeah.
What if they put Devin Sawa in a red wig and have him play both?
Oh no, Sharai, no.
What if it's him? I'm just saying.
Now, Sharai, you know you going to jail for that.
Right.
No, Devin in the bad wigs. Just like
Oh my god, that's great. I'm looking forward to seeing where season 2 takes Jake and Devin, especially now that neither of them have parents. So, like, what's going to happen to this couple that I'm so rooting for? But hopefully, good things. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am also hoping that season 2 finds Chucky and Lexi finally having that like face off they should have had episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like Lexi to see some more action. She hasn't seen enough action. I agree with y'all. She needs to have a scrape or a cut or a stab or at least a head wound.
Yeah, the most she got was choked in the bedroom when Chucky legs were going like this. Like, that was all.
Like, bitch, nobody stabbed her once, a paper cut, nothing. Like, can you slap her once?
Right? Like, I've been waiting. I'm like, Chucky, you could have stabbed her multiple times.
Right.
Yeah, he had a lot of opportunities, actually.
Listen. And he was like, well, if Jake won't do it, I guess it's not going to get done. I was like, that's not the Chucky I know. Where's my little Charles Lee Ray? Like, stab her.
Question, where is the real Chucky? Like, when I mean the real Chucky, like the Chucky that split into all the other Chuckies? Because now I'm at a point, it's just like, where's the original at this point? Where's he at?
I thought he was the head in Andy's house. But, like, I don't know no more. He might be in Nika. He might be.
That's what I thought originally.
Yeah.
I
mean, I think in a way they're all Chucky, but it is weird because the one that split himself didn't die, from what I remember. Was that Cult or Curse? When he split himself, I think that was Curse.
Cult.
Was it Cult? I don't remember.
I believe it was Cult. Yeah.
Because he didn't die. Like, that specific doll didn't die, did he?
Right. No.
What if the real Chucky has all these other ones and all this chaos? And he's like in like some little girl's like school bag at a beach, stealing drinks,
Drinking her fucking Capri Sun. Like, I wonder what's going on in Hackensack.
He calls in. Hello, checking in.
It's like Community where he opened the door with the pizza and everything on fire. And he's like, oh.
Everybody got stabbed in the ass.
I felt like TV was invented so we could eventually lead up to people getting stabbed in the ass on Chucky. I feel like that was the real reason science came through. Crazy technology.
American Horror Story could never.
Could never. Let's be real. And I didn't like this last season, but I typically like American Horror Story, but could never.
Mm-hmm.
I quit her a long time ago.
All right.
Tweet of the week.
Yes, Sharai. What's our tweet of the week?
So I'm gonna read it, even though you took it, Trent.
Did I say it?
Yeah, you almost said it verbatim, and I was like, Trent, that.
Me and this person have very similar thoughts. I guess I don't know. Sorry.
No, it comes from I am Sade Sellers, who I don't even know if she's watching, but we do know her. And it literally says,
"Oh, I did."
What the hell did Nika do to deserve all this? Frowny face, # Chucky. And I was like, do I?
Mean to. I'm sorry, Sade. I'll send you some copyright.
Like the backup tweet, which I mean, I guess I could have read, but it's not as funny. Is at Film Girl 88. Not Tiff starting the whole franchise. Mine exploded. Chucky. That was the gaggable moment. That was not people getting stabbed in the ass. I was like, Tiffany.
Oh gosh, right? That was crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Jazz and Bobby, for joining us for this special finale for Chucky.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. It was fun talking about this with y'all.
Yes, had a blast. Thank you all for listening and watching. For those of you that watched us live or who are listening to this late night tonight, or maybe it's early where you're at. I don't know your life. Next up, we have our episode covering Texas Chainsaw Massacre with first-time guest Miss Chris Love, dropping Monday morning.
That one's a wild one. I'm excited. I will close my DMs that day.
Same.
Stay fierce, y'all.
Yeah, make sure you stay fierce out there.
I don't sleep no more. Bye.